So, you think you're free? You think you made your own choices? Well, you chose to click on this video, right? But what if I told you you probably had no choice at all? No, seriously, what if everything from what you eat to who you love was already decided before you were even born? Kinda creepy, huh? But let me try to convince you. The problem of free will is one of the classical philosophical dilemmas, and one that will continue to trouble both academic philosophers and stone college students. It has huge implications on moral responsibility, causality, and even the very idea of what it means to be you. This video is going to briefly go over some different views of what free will really is. Determinism is the idea that everything, literally everything, is predetermined. This means you are not free, and you don't really choose what you do. According to this idea, the laws of nature and the initial conditions of the universe have already determined every single one of our actions. We don't choose our needs, our context, or even to be born. As Schopenhauer puts it, man can do what he wills, but he cannot will what he wills. And this raises a huge moral dilemma. If free will doesn't exist, is someone who commits a crime truly responsible? So, you've killed someone. How do you bleed? To be honest, I don't know. I wanted to do it, but I don't really know why. I mean, where did that impulse even come from? Maybe it was just fate, and I was merely a tool of something bigger. I didn't choose to want this, so can I really be guilty for something that I had no control over? This opens up the question, are we even responsible for our actions if free will doesn't exist? There are levels of determinism. Hard determinism asserts that there's no free will, not even a minimal level. All events in the universe are predetermined, and nobody and nothing can change them. Self-determinism, on the other side, says that while we don't control many things about our lives, we still have some free will, and not all things are predetermined. But maybe you think all this is bullshit, and you still have full control over your decisions. Libertarianism is a philosophical stance that argues free will exists, meaning we are 100% responsible for our actions and their consequences. Libertarians reject the idea that everything is predetermined, believing that individuals can initiate new causal chains, making choices independent of past influences. Sounds great, right? Freedom, responsibility, infinite possibilities, but here's the catch. Too much freedom can be terrifying. Jean-Paul Sartre famously said, "We are condemned to be free," and Kierkegaard, the father of existentialism, pointed out that this overwhelming freedom, this infinite range of possibilities, breeds anxiety. The more freedom we have, the more anxious we become. So, tell me, what do you want? Man, I don't even know. I wanted to be and do so many things, but every choice feels like a lifelong commitment, like what if today I want to be a doctor, but tomorrow I want to be an engineer, the next day I just don't want to work at all. There are too many options, and I don't know if I can stick with one. And what if the one I choose isn't the right one? What if it doesn't make me happy forever? I don't know, man. I'd rather not to think about it. Sir, this is a McDonald's. I didn't even know where to go, man. However, many people think libertarianism is deficient and it doesn't take into account the laws of nature or neurology or biology and how we and everything is built in general. But maybe the answer is between the two views that we have already seen. Compatibilism is basically a middle point between libertarianism and determinism, and in fact, we already talked about this briefly under the name of self-determinism. Compatibilism is a term that asserts that determinism exists to a degree that we can still have some free will. Therefore, determinism is compatible with free will, hence the name. Compatibilism advocates for a version of free will, but not quite free, more like reasonably free, as long as there are no external constraints on us. So, are we free? Honestly, who knows? Maybe you were destined to watch this video, maybe you were destined to like and subscribe, or maybe, just maybe, you actually chose to. But then again, was that choice even yours?